This video is sponsored by Apex Legends. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of Battle Royale style games, which is why I'm super excited to announce this video has been brought to you by the one and only Apex Legends. Yep, they came to us knowing our penchant for making it real and asked us to make one of the new deployable turrets from their new release of Season 2, Battle Charge, which, by the way, is free to play. Click the link in the description below to play today. It's available on PS4, Xbox, and PC. The turret they asked us to build is not just any turret. No. It's Natalie Watson Paquette's ultimate ability, one of the new characters available in Season 2. She's the daughter of the game's lead electrical engineer, which makes sense when you see her abilities.
Raised in Kings Canyon by her father, Natalie Paquette's first love has always been electricity, hence her nickname, Wattson.
The best offense is a strong defense.
As you can imagine from her rather electrifying personality, her ultimate electrical abilities are terrifyingly useful.
Her Interception Pylon brings a respite to combat.
You underestimated me. Sometimes careful planning wins out over might.
Earning her the reputation as the Eye of the Storm.
This never gets any easier, but it's how the game works. C'est la vie.
This deployable Interception Pylon is a battery-powered twin Tesla coil defense turret. Once set up, it shoots electrical arcs, or quite literally, lightning, at anything that comes near, destroying ordnance and repairing your own teammates' shields. The question is this possible to build in real life? Well, you came to the right place, because here at Hacksmith Industries, it's our job to turn fiction into reality for you guys to see. We'll start with the easy part. I'll get a few of my guys on the team to design and build the legs of the turret. While they're doing that, I've got to figure out the hardest part of this project. How are we going to make a Tesla coil that can shoot lightning far enough to create a defensive perimeter? Hey, Aaron? Yeah, it's James from the Hacksmith. I was wondering if I could borrow one of those little Tesla coils you have. Yeah? That'd be awesome. Thanks. Well, that was easier than I thought. That was Aaron from Applied Tesla Technology down in Texas. They're one of the only and one of the biggest manufacturers of giant Tesla coils around. And we had the pleasure of meeting them a few years ago when we sought to catch real lightning using Thor's hammer. It's a fantastic video that you should really check out. I guess it helps to have contacts. Anyway, while the team works on building those legs, I'm going to go pick up our Tesla coils. Let's hope they're done by the time I get back.
So firstly, we have to design some spider legs as a base. They're going to be a 3-part leg with 1 actuator. There will be 4 of these at the base of the turret to raise up the scissor lift. We will then mount the Tesla coils on the scissor lift and convert that to be powered by an electronic actuator. So now I need to weld these up, install it on there, put 1 more tube in, and grind it up and we're all done.
Okay, now we're going to hack a motorcycle scissor lift and use it as the midsection of the interception pylon. This fits in perfectly with our design because all we need to do is switch out the hydraulic cylinder with a linear actuator.
For more information about our electronics, make sure to check out our circuit diagram on maker.io. Links in the description. So we're just about ready to install the linear actuators and set up the cable systems between the two joints here. So we have an 8-inch linear actuator that will drive one joint of the legs, this linkage to the leg linkage, and then through a cable from the leg linkage to the very first linkage, it'll then drive that angle. It effectively acts like a 4-bar. So we have one cable running across here that maintains the angle between this bar and this bar. We can vary the behavior of the joint system by moving the eye hook farther out, and that'll change the way that the legs actually behave, allow us to fine-tune the movement that we want.
Goodness. Gee, that's big. That is a bit scary. Gotta try standing on it next.
Better not be able to care.
I'm gonna blame JT for telling me to jump. Alright, so that didn't work too well. You can see here, the cable's just pulled out. So we're gonna have to remake those. And we did. Here they are. Took a few hours, but we remade all of them. And then that happened. Well, it's supposed to be closer to this. So, starting over. This is our next design. So we started with a 3/8 rod. We added a slight bend to avoid any interference with the mechanism. Threaded the end so we have a little bit of adjustments, and then welded on a yoke on the other side. All right, bring me up. Sweet. Down. Alright, should we do a jump test? Yeah, it feels stronger. I like that.
You're going up.
Evan!
Oh. Whoa. What in the hell?
That's James. He's here from Texas with the Tesla coils.
Got the Tesla coil. All right, boys, what we got here is a 1 MTC Tesla coil straight from Applied Tesla in Texas. And it's freaking sweet. Check this out. That was a long ride. And it's basically plug and play. We can literally set it up right now.
You ready, Ben?
No. Let's make some lightning. Firing. Not bad. So Ian here has a
metal rod.
which he is holding with his hand. Electricity wants the easiest path to ground. And right now the easiest path is actually through that wire back to the grounding bolt on the Tesla coil. So the real question is, do you feel lucky?
I do. Hit me.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, that was pretty awesome. We now have our very own 1MTC Tesla coil from Applied Tesla that can shoot, as you saw, like 2-foot lightning bolts. So this is the last piece we need to actually finish building the Interception Pylon. So let's get to it. So now we just have to put them together and finish this project.
This is expensive.
All right, so we've got a rough prototype for bringing the coils together as the spider pod stands up. Riley? So that part works pretty good, looks pretty awesome. The issue is the Tesla coils are far too far apart right now. We really want them more on like a 45-degree angle away from each other. So we're actually gonna have to redesign this mounting section that we've done. So these are actually moved down like this a bit so they can come closer together. So we're gonna redesign that and
So we're about to do the first full test of the whole system, legs, Tesla coils, scissor jack, and I'm just gonna flip the switch right here and it should just go up.
Look at this. I've never seen it before, full size. This thing's crazy. Imagine this thing walking towards you in a dark hallway in the middle of the night.
Okay, so the turret is coming along awesome. It looks great, but the one issue is our Tesla coils, well, they look like Tesla coils. And in the game, they actually kind of look a bit more like on the top of a hydro pole or something. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some cosmetic changes to this that won't affect the functionality, but will make it look a bit more like the game. So to start, we're going to use a much smaller toroid. That's the aluminum part on top that shoots all the lightning. I'm going to laser cut out a whole bunch of MDF rings. Alright, so I've got all the pieces cut out now using MDF, and I think it looks pretty good. Now all we have to do is paint these sections white, then we'll be able to put the copper wrap around here, and a black hose there. And then it should look just like that. I can't wait till we have a real paint booth. Alright, now to put it all together. First, remove the old toroid, install the new one. Now we have to glue in all the white spacers. Use some hot glue to hold the plates in place. Now for the next layer. Alright, I've got the spacers installed now. We make the coil look a bit more menacing by adding some fake windings around the external. So to do that, I'm going to use a combination of black hose for the middle section. Can't even tell it's not real wire. Now to make it look a bit more professional, we're also going to wrap it in Kapton tape. It's the same stuff they use on satellites and other high voltage stuff. So it should look pretty good. Almost looks real. Next up, the fake copper. Alright, there we go. Looks pretty good. Now I'll just have to do that again on the bottom side and then do it all over again. Ta-da! I'd say that looks pretty good. Alright, let's finish wrapping the coils. No. Real fake coils!
Real fake coils!
Install the coil. Ta-da! Real fake Tesla coils. Except it's real.
Yeah, that's what it actually looks like.
Alright, now turn it on.
Don't turn it on, man.
All right, so we've put a ton of work into this and it's finally complete, and I think it looks pretty awesome. Just watch this. All right, look at that. This thing is massive. It's gotta be at least like 8 or 9 feet tall. Actually, maybe we should actually measure it. Ian? Oh yeah, it's like 9 feet on the dot. All right, now for the moment everyone's been waiting for, actually turning it on and seeing some lightning bolts. So let's do that. We've got this nice little controller that comes with the 1MTC Tesla coil. Click that on switch, and then crank it. All right, that's freaking awesome. It shoots like 2 to 3 foot lightning bolts. But what can it actually do? And is it actually similar to what it does in the game? So, I've actually got this table of some things we're gonna play with to show you just how powerful these lightning bolts are. First of all, in the game, it creates kind of like an electrical field, a semi-sphere around your team, and if anyone throws any grenades or enemy ordnance in, it explodes them. So to recreate that, we've actually got a little drone here that we're going to fly through there and see if the lightning can disable it. But before we do that, let's see just how far the electrical field extends from the Tesla coil. And to show you that, we're going to hold a fluorescent light bulb up, and this is actually going to light up once it's within range of the Tesla coil. So let's see how close that is. What is that?
That comes out at 220 centimeters or 7 feet.
So at 2.2 meters away from the Tesla coil, you're still getting a bit of electrical interference lighting up this fluorescent bulb. That's actually pretty impressive. If we had one of the really big Tesla coils from Applied Tesla, it would probably be well over double that. Those things can shoot like 8 to 10 foot lightning bolts. So you can imagine that electrical field's pretty big. All right, let's see what happens when we fly some drones through lightning. I'm just gonna control it from over here, and our drone pilots are gonna start flying. Attack! All right, round 2.
There you go, actually it's deployed to collect the enemy's drones.
All right, round 3. All right, that was pretty awesome. It can definitely take a drone out of the sky. It just doesn't quite have the same range as it does in the game, but that was still pretty cool to do. But now, let's actually catch some lightning. And to start, why don't we go with a classic Thor's hammer. So I've got a grounding wire here, which hypothetically means I'm not going to get electrocuted. Crank it. Sword. All right, that was pretty cool. But what if we threw a balloon in there? Ian, could you get me a completely normal balloon filled with air? Thank you. Put in that. Next balloon. That felt weird. That kind of worked faster. So we're told these Tesla coils aren't exactly lethal, which means you can maybe touch it and survive. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but let's see how brave we are. Crank it.
I can feel it like pinpricks all through my hand.
Do not try this at home. Are we promoting bad electrical safety? Let me just practice my electrocution. And that's how you learn if something's gonna electrocute you. Alright, well that was all fun and games, but let's take this outside where other people can see it.
A giant robot took over City Hall in downtown Kitchener tonight. The Hacksmith is a local maker that turns fictional ideas into working prototypes, and this is his latest invention.
It definitely arced my arm or something because my whole arm shook. It wasn't that bad. Well, that was awesome. Big shout out to Apex Legends for sponsoring this video and making this project possible. We really hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure you try Apex Legends today. There are links in the description below. The game's free. What are you waiting for?
That was close. I mean, it is.
Don't.